For our bird dog legs only, we're going to be in our bird dog position, so that means all fours. My knees are on the ground, my hands are on the ground. Notice my starting position, shoulders right above wrist, hips are right above my knees. So I'm not out here, I'm not tucked in, I'm right here at my shoulders. Same thing with my hips, I'm not really far out here. We're really close in, straight lines, up and down. So this is a real good starting position. I'm not sunk down, I'm pushing up the whole time. So now that we got our starting position, I'm going to take one heel straight back to the wall behind me, and then I bring it back in. So again, heel to the wall behind me, bring it back in. This is my finished position out here. From there, just return to the start. You should be feeling this in your core, a little bit in your hip, but this is actually your core exercise. So let's talk about what's going on here. You'll notice that as I go back, if I do it from the front view here, as I go back, my body naturally wants to roll over since there's not anything supporting me. So I have to use all my core muscles to keep my hips steady. That's the whole goal. Imagine there's a glass of water sitting on my tailbone. I'm trying not to spill that glass of water as I move. So that's our goal here. Some of the biggest issues we're going to see is that hip moving. So if I go right heel to the wall and I start falling over to my left, that's going to be the most common thing. So heel back, hips are really steady as I go. Second issue we're going to see is what we're doing with our foot as it moves. So you'll notice I'm just going heel to the wall and my toes barely off the floor. We don't want to be way up here. We don't want to be touching ground. I've got a few inches above the ground, almost like there's a paper plate that I'm sliding across the floor. I'm barely grazing the grass. I'm not up here. I'm right here the whole time.